In the heart of the Islamic world lies Baghdad. Today, located in Iraq, this ordinary city was once the richest, most powerful center of the Islamic world. Get ready to discover how this city was the heartbeat of an empire that ruled the world. In 632 AD, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, left this mortal world. The caliphate was transferred to the Rashidun caliphs, who were the four closest companions of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. After the martyrdom of Hazrat Ali, the last of the Rashidun caliphs, the caliphate was transferred to the Umayyad dynasty. The Umayyad dynasty took over and ruled majestically, expanding the Islamic territories. But they were overthrown by the Abbasids. Now the Abbasid dynasty was in power. The second caliph of the Abbasids decided to build a new capital for the empire, ordering the construction of a carefully designed city with a strong, perfectly circular wall surrounding it. Thus, Baghdad became the new capital of the Islamic Abbasid Caliphate. The wall had four main gates: Kufa, Basra, Syria, and Khorasan Gate, providing controlled access and defense for the city. The wall was 80 feet tall, and around the outside of the wall there was a deep trench to make it harder for enemies to approach. They say that no other round city is known in all the regions of the world. At the center of the city stood the majestic Golden Gate Palace, the grand residence of the Caliph and his family. Four straight roads extended from the city's four gates, each leading to the city's center. Along these roads were vaulted arcades filled with merchant shops and bustling bazaars. It was in this round-walled city that the Islamic Golden Age flourished. Not only did the Islamic Empire expand its reach, dominating vast territories, there was a time of remarkable advancements in science, architecture, administration, military strategy, and culture. Meanwhile, Europe sank into its so-called Dark Ages. The central location of Baghdad between Europe and Asia made it the meeting point for all traders around the world. The fair rules in the markets, including market inspectors who examined the weights, measures, and quality of goods, attracted merchants. Over time, the markets became diverse and home to both merchants and craftsmen. The well-constructed architecture of the city, along with facilities like a large sanitation department, numerous fountains, public baths, and even the streets being washed frequently to make them free of debris, attracted families, workers, and people of knowledge. The city became the most populated city at the time, with many people living, including scientists, jurists, scholars, common people, and artisans, ultimately creating a cosmopolitan city that developed into a learning center. The importance of knowledge during that time in Baghdad is reflected in the fact that the government gave generous salaries to the best scholars, such as Hunayn ibn Ishaq, with salaries estimated to be equivalent to those of professional athletes today. Baghdad reached the zenith of its economic prosperity and intellectual life during the reigns of Al-Mahdi, his successor Harun al-Rashid, and his son Caliph al-Mamnoon. These three caliphs had a keen interest in knowledge and a love for preserving it. Al-Mamnoon even offered Byzantine Emperor 2,000 gold coins for mathematician Leo, living in Constantinople. He was a lover of scholars and gave major support for their research and writings. These Abbasid caliphs established the House of Wisdom, Baitul Hikmah. Muslims, Christians, and Jews all collaborated and worked peacefully there. Baitul Hikmah became the preferred destination for intellectuals because it offered everything they needed, including halls for reading, classrooms, and divisions for binding, translating, authoring, map-making, etc. The Abbasids spent their fortune to appoint scholars and lecturers to teach philosophy, astronomy, history, geography, mathematics, medical sciences, music, and more. The educational environment in the library allowed students to pursue research and higher education. Thus, the House of Wisdom became the first Islamic university in the history of Islam. The main activity in the library was the translation movement. Scholars and translators were ordered to translate books from other languages into the Arabic language. so that knowledge could be available to the Arab world. Historians agree that thanks to the House of Wisdom, huge collections of writing by Aristotle were translated into Arabic. Poetic tradition, hadith, literature, and history found in other languages were checked, tested, and only then translated. Many scientific discoveries took place. Persian scientist Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi significantly developed algebra. The term algorithm is derived from his name. Scholars developed a large encyclopedia of medical knowledge. Ibn Haytham invented the first camera and formed an explanation of how the eyes see. Doctor and philosopher Avicenna wrote the Canon of Medicine, which helped physicians diagnose dangerous diseases including cancer. Baghdad, 1200 years ago, was the thriving capital of Muslim civilization. But it all came to an end with the Mongol invasion in 1258. The Mongol commander Hulagu ruined almost all the books that had been translated or authored. He burned down the whole city. The works that had spread culture, knowledge, and wisdom among Muslims and non-Muslims were reduced to dust. As a result, the world witnessed the fall of one of the greatest libraries of human intellect and civilization of that time, which had a calamitous impact on Islamic heritage. Thank you for watching.